My belief at the time was, they said there was only 3 networks. Who was the most popular in the morning was Rona Barrett. You know, everybody read Rex Reed's reports, and there were reviews, and people were interested. When I talked around, when I was listening, I came to the conclusion that people were more interested in how many shrimp there were at the Emmy Awards, or what the canopies were, or who was coming with who, or what somebody's dress cost. That was before the red carpet that you have now. Than they were about best art direction in a comedy, you know, or sad to say, even best writer on a drama. I mean, they cared about the actors and then everything else about entertainment. So if we could do a show that was a half-hour news show about what was happening in entertainment today, that would be great. Now, I didn't realize what it took to put that together.
For day and date.
For day and date. The problem was, at the time, a news crew from ABC could go out with a reporter, a cameraman, and a sound person at the time. That was it. Paramount's contract, because they were a movie studio, said they couldn't shoot anything without a lighting person, a sound person. You had to have a PA. It was like a huge group. Well, I couldn't compete with the networks who were out there. They could cover so much. So we went to the guilds and asked for waivers. It was a gigantic fight. And we just started going forward as if we were one of the networks. They threatened to close down Paramount. They didn't, and we eventually redid the agreements. But it was difficult. And then you had to get it all in. You had to edit the pieces. We shot it in the morning and wrapped it by noon, because we had to feed it to the stations, because a lot of the stations were running it at 4 o'clock before their news. We thought people should run it at 7:30. Of course, that's a great time period. But a lot of them ran it at different times. They were running it late night or early, but we had to get it there. I starting to think now about our first day. We wrapped our pilot the first day, not our pilot, our first show. We all went into the main newsroom, and they had cake, and everybody was having a good time. And the director came running down and said, my assistant mistimed it. We're 1 minute short. And we had to rush everybody back into the studio, reshoot the last segment, extending it a little bit. But the only station that was carrying us that didn't have a satellite feed was in Bakersfield. And we had a runner that would take the tape every day and drive to Bakersfield and give them that. So the first day, Bakersfield had a different show than everybody else, because they had the 1 minute short show. I remember that. But we didn't want to look unprofessional, so we reshot that first episode. And it was fed out.